Hi there, and welcome to my very first floss tube. You can call me Kai, and welcome to my little crafty corner of the internet. I am recording this on January 1st, 2025, and so I figured since it's the start of the new year, why not go ahead and get started doing something that I've been wanting to do for a little bit, which is make floss tube videos. So I just wanted to start this off with a very small introduction since this is my very first episode, and then we'll go into a little showcase for all of the cross stitches that I managed to finish in 2024, as well as what I'm currently working on, and we'll finish off with the other projects that I want to start and hopefully finish in 2025, but we'll see what happens. So first off, like I said, you can call me Kai. I've been cross-stitching since 2021, and my very first cross-stitch project was this little dimensions kit that I picked up at Walmart. I needed something, small and simple to reintroduce me back to the craft. My mother cross-stitched, and she tried to teach me once when I was about 7 years old, or 8 or something like that. I just didn't have the patience to sit down and learn it. So I picked it up again in 2021 because I had a goal to cross stitch a birth sampler for my first child, which I did in 2023, did get that done. And I've just been really enamored with cross stitching ever since, probably because it is like the one craft that I can do around my baby. Everything else is just kind of real messy. So 2024 was my third year cross stitching. Really my second year really going at it. So in 21 I picked it up, and then 2022 was just kind of like a here and there kind of thing. I was doing a lot more sewing and digital art in 2022, but then in 2023 when I was pregnant, I sat down and I stitched a lot. So I want to show off the things that I finished in 2024, starting with this piece here. This is the Loops and Threads Cherry Blossom branch that I picked up at Michael's. This piece is really special to me because I cross-stitched it while my baby was doing contact naps on me. Started this on February 14th. And I finished it on March 24th, the day before my 30th birthday. And the majority of it was stitched while I was baby wearing, and had my baby sleeping on my chest. And so I needed something small. And I even stitched a little reminder on the back felt. So this piece just brings back a lot of really cute, cozy memories for me. I have it hanging up here in my crafting office. And then the next finish that I did was actually also something that I designed. This cute little Feelin' Stabby needle book. I designed this in floss cross and then stitched it up on 18 count Aida, and sewed it all myself. So I've got just some leftover felt from hoop backs to use as the pages. I also keep my spare needle minders in here, and it's just a good spot to collect all of my needles. I typically stitch a lot of kits, and so each kit comes with at least 1, maybe 2 needles, so that's where I'm growing my needle collection. I personally have not purchased a single needle. They've just all been included in my kits. My main goal in 2024 was to finish a Dimensions gold collection kit, and I'll get into that more in a little bit. So a lot of my finishes happened towards the latter half of the year because I was busy working on that piece. So my next set of finishes actually happened in July during an event called Art Fight. Art Fight is an online art gifting game where users are sorted onto one of 2 teams, and your goal is to try to create artwork or crafts or something for members of the opposite team, and you earn points for every piece of artwork that you make. It's typically very like visual arts based focus. Like there's a lot of digital artists, there's a lot of like painters and pencil artists and that kind of stuff on ArtFight, but they do have a crafting category. And since I have a baby, I can't quite do like the drawing and the painting and stuff as easily. But the one thing I can do is find time to cross stitch. So I actually designed and completed six? Yes, I designed and completed 6 custom cross stitch pieces. I don't have the physical ones here anymore because I sent them out to the people they were supposed to go to, so I'll just pop up a little picture of what I did right here. And they were all stitched on 18 count Ida, and all of the artwork was first created as pixel art using one of my digital art programs, and then I imported it into FlossCross to get the charting. They all ended up being finished like at a 4x6 size, and I sewed a piece of fabric onto the back and included a little hanging loop, so that way the recipient could either just hang it right up on the wall or stick it inside a 4x6 photo frame to protect it a little bit better. I left that option up to them so that I didn't have to ship out a bunch of frames because shipping is expensive, and like 3 of these pieces went overseas. So that was really fun. So that I finished all of those pieces in July, and then I picked up the Plants and Petrichor Stitch Along by Fine Frog Stitching, and I was actually able, this was my very first stitch along, and I was pretty much able to keep up with the weekly releases. I did adjust a few things from the pattern as I was stitching, like this key here is definitely was designed as gold, but I made it silver because I love silver, and like silver keys are kind of like my thing. This marble bust also had a face, but I chose to smooth it out because it just didn't fit the vibe of what I wanted. So this is the Plants and Petrichor Stitch Along by Fine Frog Stitching. The stitch along itself is obviously now complete. But that was really exciting because it was my very first stitch along, and I had a blast doing it. My next finish came about, I'm trying to remember, I will have to look up the dates. I think I took a picture when I first started and when I finished this piece. But my next finish is the Emperor Tarot card by Need a Lot Designs. I'm definitely going to frame both of these 2 pieces. I just haven't had the time to like search for the frame that I want. So they're washed and just waiting to be framed up. And then my proudest achievement this year was I finished a Dimensions Gold Collection cross stitch kit, and that one is this is the Japanese Garden kit from the Dimensions Gold Collection. As I said, I started this in October of 2022. I finished cross stitching the upper half of the pattern in May of 2023, and then I set it down, took a break so I could work on cross stitching a birth announcement for my first child, and I managed to finish that in like 5 weeks, which was really cool. And then I came back to this one, and I think I had finished like this much of the bottom half by the time the baby showed up. So everything from everything from the right of this diagonal, everything on this side of this diagonal was completed after my baby showed up. And this is like my favoriteest piece that I have ever stitched, and I don't think anything is ever really going to top this. This is it's just absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to bring it in a little bit closer so you can see some of the details. The gold cording was a little new. Like, I have never worked with metallic threads before this, so I was a little worried about doing the metallics, but I just love this piece so much. I kind of had a goal to try to finish this before Art Fight started in July, and I was so close. I had like 5 squares over here in this corner left to finish before July started, and I was just kind of like about like not actually being able to finish it. But after July was done, I managed to finish it up. I do have to do a few fixes because unfortunately while I was washing the project, some of my backstitching came undone. So I've got some loose threads all over here that need restitched before I can officially call it finished. Once I saw that like some of my hard work had like come undone, I had to set it down and just take a break from it. I did not intend to like leave it just kind of abandon it at like the very end for the rest of the year, but I did. So moving into 2025, I do have a few different projects that I want to put focus on this year. My first one is I joined another stitch along before the Plants and Petrichor was completed. I had joined the Secret Grove stitch along by Need a Lot Designs. I actually just finished up part 3 this morning. So like at the time of this recording, I'm like caught up to all of the released parts, which is great because this is going to be a big piece. You can see all of the gridding that I've got down there. This is it's a time commitment. I will say it that way. But I'm really excited about it. And I'm really hoping that I can continue to like stay on top of the releases because this will be the only stitch along that I plan on doing this year. So that's going to be one of my goals this year, is to keep on top of the Secret Grove releases and get that one finished up. And then in between releases, I'm working on a Christmas stocking for my child. This is the Dimensions Snow Bear stocking kit. I officially started the stocking at the very beginning of December. I had to put it down for a while because, holiday travel and whatnot. But as of this morning, I have finished the top white portion here, and I've stitched in their name, and I'm working on the back stitch details for the letters. So I'm working on the back stitch for the top of the stocking, and then my plan is to then just go down. I'm not going to put a deadline on this. It would be super great if I could get this finished by before next Christmas, but I'm not going to put that kind of a deadline on me. The goal of my cross stitches is just to have something to do during naps, and just something to do like in the evenings, wind down time, so I'm not constantly on my screens. So those are my 2 current work in progresses right now, carrying into 2025. I'm gonna try to limit myself to only 2, maybe a maximum of 3 whips this year, just because like I enjoy cross stitching, just the act of doing, so it doesn't make sense to me to have like a whole bunch of like in progress bits if I can avoid it. Like I'd rather start something and finish it and then start something else. After I finish the snow bear stocking, my plan is to then start my own Christmas stocking. This is another Dimensions Gold Collection kit, Enchanted Ornaments stocking. Try to see if you can avoid the glare. I don't want to take all of the pieces out of the package. So it's a very detailed, intricate pattern. The white snowflake detail that you can see behind everything, that's all stitched. The Ida is light blue. So that's going to be fun, and that's probably going to take me a long time to complete. So currently those are my like 2 main cross-stitch goals for this year. My other main goal is to fix up the back stitching and get this framed before July, so that way I can enter it in my local county fair and, you know, just show off the things that I do. Should I manage to finish both my child stocking and this big beast of a stocking, my next planned cross-stitch project will be a stocking for my spouse. This one should be a lot easier. It's not a gold collection. It's just a Dimensions Santa's Truck stocking kit. And with all of the Dimensions kits that I have stitched over the years, the ones not labeled gold collection are typically not quite as detailed. I mean, they can still be big patterns, but they don't have like nearly as many blends, as many half stitches or fractional stitches. Typically much simpler in terms of design. So yeah, those are my finishes from 2024 and my whips and goals for 2025. Thank you so much for watching, and I plan on recording more episodes at the start of every month to track my progress through things like the Secret Grove Stitch Along and the Snow Bear stocking. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you around. Bye bye.